Hey Richard, this is Brian from Leadhounds, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can start doing to bring in more patients through your website. So, you might be asking yourself, why is this guy just showing me this stuff for free? Can't I just go do it myself and take advantage of the extra business? And the answer is yeah, you definitely can do that. But what I've found is that most small business owners don't have the time to worry about perfecting their website or showing up on Google searches. So, if you do have the time, that's great. I encourage you to use what you learned in this video. But if you don't and you think you could use some help with this stuff, just give me a call or shoot me an email after you're done watching and we can talk about the next steps. All right, so I mentioned those 3 strategies, but before we get into that, I want to talk about the goal of those strategies. And that is going to be centered around what's called buyer intent keywords. And these are basically words or phrases that someone's going to search on Google when they want to pay for a service, right? And these are going to be what drives business to your website, right? Because it's what Google's actually going to show people when they're looking to buy something. And these are going to be keywords too that people are going to search when they're in your area and they want to find something that you offer. So in the case of Maulini Aesthetics, this might be something like Botox Las Vegas, right? Super popular aesthetic service. Vegas is just a big hub for it. So I went ahead and searched for that on Google, and let's take a look at what we find. So we have the maps, and then we have what's called the organic listings, right? And these are the websites that show up on Google without having to pay them like you would for the ads. And these are going to be super important because they get over 50% of the clicks when people search stuff like this. So up at the top, we see some of your competitors here, right? LV Plastic Surgery, this is Chic La Vie Med Spa, and then some others. But we don't see anything for Maulini Aesthetics, right? So let's scroll down a little farther and see if we can find your website. So there's the bottom of the first page. We haven't seen you. We'll just go a little farther just in case. And yeah, so that's about 2 pages in, and we don't see Maulini anywhere. So what that means is that all the people searching for Botox are going to be going to your competitors' websites instead of yours. Well, then you might ask, how many people actually search this stuff? Like, do I even care? And we can actually answer that question using this tool called Ahrefs. So real quick, I'm just going to search for that keyword, Botox Las Vegas, and we can see that it gets 1,000 searches every single month. And if you look down this list, we have other related searches, right? Best Botox Las Vegas, 200, right? So these all have hundreds of other searches every month. So this is literally thousands of people searching for Botox, probably one of your most popular services, every month. But if you're not showing up on Google, then they're never going to find your website and they're just going to book appointments with your competitors. So let's take a look and see if you do show up for any keywords. So I searched for your website on Ahrefs. I know this is the Google site that they provide. So we can search this one too. I found this on your Instagram, but the website doesn't work. But just in case, we can look at this too. And this only shows up for one keyword, right? Maulini Aesthetics. And we'll check out this one too. This has 3. So, right, both your websites show up for when you search Maulini Aesthetics, but these aren't going to be new patients searching for this stuff, right? They probably already are your patients and they just want directions or something. What you really want to show up for is those buyer intent keywords like Botox Las Vegas. So let's take a look at one of your competitors. This is LV Plastic Surgery, and we'll see what keywords they show up for. So right at the top there, you see that Botox Las Vegas. They're in the #2 spot. Another one, Las Vegas Botox. #1, Best Botox Las Vegas, #2, right? So, and they have, all these other services too. A lot of these are plastic surgery, might not be relevant to you, but cool sculpting, maybe you do that. But what you can see is that for these services that they provide, including Botox, they're in the top one spot, at least the top 5 results on Google. And that's going to get them a lot of new patients visiting their website, scheduling appointments. So how do you compete with them? Well, that comes back to the 3 strategies that I mentioned at the start, and the first of those is going to be the content on your website, right? So here we have your website, it's the Google one, and as we scroll down, it has the basics, but there's not much content on here, right? And what I mean is there's not a lot of words, right? And what Google wants to see is at least 1,000 words describing the services that you provide, because that lets them know that this is the stuff that we want people to search for. We want people searching for this stuff to see. So let's look at that competitor, LV Plastic Surgery, and see what they're putting on their website. So this is their Botox page, and we can see they have a lot of words on here, right? They're talking about Botox, right? Educating their site visitors about it, and they're using those keywords that they're trying to target. That's how they're getting so much traffic to their site. It's one of the reasons. So what you want to do is add a lot of content, right, about the services you provide in a similar way to your top competitors so that you can compete with them. Okay, so let's move on to the second strategy, which is called backlinks. So a backlink is when another website posts a link that goes to yours. And what that does is it tells Google that you're a credible business, because when they see that other websites, other businesses are talking about you with that link, right? They're sending their own users to your website. And that gives Google trust, which they're going to reward you for by moving you up in those search rankings. So we see here that you have 5 referring domains, and we saw something similar on your other website. So let's see how that compares to LV Plastic Surgery. Okay, so we see that they have 118 backlinks, right? So that's way more than you. And that's going to be one of the main reasons that they're beating you out on so many of these keywords. So what can we do about that? Well, we can actually go in and look at every single one of these backlinks and get you a link from that same website. And what that's going to do is it's going to match the strategy that LV Plastic Surgery is using to beat you out on all these different keywords and have so much success with that. And we don't want to stop there though. Once we've copied all their backlinks, we want to go ahead and add another 100, 200 backlinks so that you're not just matching their strategy, but you're blowing them out of the water. All right, that's backlinks. One more thing I want to mention is the Google Maps section, right? So this is the part of Google that has the map, and then you always see these 3 featured businesses. So the third strategy is going to be to get your Google Maps profile into these 3 featured businesses. And what that's going to do is it's going to get you a lot of additional traffic, because these 3 links right here get about 30% of the clicks from these keywords. All right, Richard, so those are the 3 strategies I wanted to mention. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really hope it was valuable to you. If it was, just give me a call or shoot me an email after you're done watching, and we can set up a time to chat. All right, have a good one.